Good evening. As Dean of the Stetson University College of Law, we often think about who we are as a law school. Not surprisingly, we talk about learning in the classroom. We also understand that much of our learning happens outside the classroom. It happens that way because we want our students to become outstanding lawyers. Perhaps more importantly, we want our students to serve as leaders who serve the profession, society, and our community. We like to say that we do this by example, and there's no better example than the work of Professor Nagle, who is a fantastic colleague and an inspiring mentor because she leads by example. Her work as the foremost expert in international law, international criminal law, national security law, and human trafficking has taken her around the world as a lecturer, visiting professor, and training lawyers and students as an ambassador for Stetson, for Tampa Bay, and for all of us. Professor Nagle began her career prior to teaching as a judge, confronting drug lords in Colombia. She served as an undercover private investigator in Los Angeles. She pursued software pirates as a member of Microsoft's Latin America copyright enforcement practice. As a professor of law at Stetson, Professor Nagle has met with visitors from more than 70 countries with the State Department's Distinguished Foreign Visitors Program. She is active in several bar associations and legal societies. Professor Nagle has served in the International Bar Association's task forces on terrorism, corruption, criminal justice reform, and combating human trafficking. Professor Nagle's passion for justice has literally changed people's lives across the globe and many lives here at Stetson. We are extraordinarily proud that she is the first tenured Hispanic professor at the College of Law.
I think Luz Nagle's experiences in her home country of seeing what happens when the legal system stops working have made her the most valuable member of our faculty, not just when it comes to international law, but when it comes to working with students from all different varieties of backgrounds and experiences. She's a mentor, she's a colleague, she's added so much to the depth of our faculty, and we are all so fortunate to have her with us.
Professor Nagle has been instrumental for the past 15 years of my career and my development. She's been selfless with her time and embodies all that the Tampa Bay community is about and the spirit of Tampa, which is named in honor of a former colleague on my court, Judge Salcines. I can think of no one more deserving. We're lucky to have Professor Nagle in our legal community.
Luz has an incredible sense of humanity and public service and bravery that has made her an asset to her community her entire life. From her current position as the first tenured Hispanic professor at Stetson to her beginnings as a district judge serving her community in Colombia, she's an inspiration to all of us with her commitment to service and tearing down walls that existed before her.
Let me offer my congratulations to Professor Luz Nagle on being presented the E.J. Salcines Spirit of Tampa Award. I've had the pleasure of being a colleague of Professor Nagle for the last 12 years and have closely watched her teaching and scholarship in the important area of human trafficking. Her work in international law is known well beyond the Stetson Law School campus. Her mission of educating students and others worldwide on the importance of stopping human trafficking is an example of the work that she has done to assist vulnerable individuals locally and internationally. Congratulations, Luz.
I want you to know that I cannot think of a single person more deserving of an award named after Judge Salcines. The dedication that you have brought to the law school and to social justice at large is something I greatly admire. The efforts that you've made not only to educate your students in the ways of the law, but also into social issues and the abuse of human trafficking, your efforts in the United States and writ large around the world to help defeat the scourge of human trafficking are deserving of complete accolade. I'd be remiss if I didn't say a word on behalf of Jerry. Luz, as you well know, you have no greater supporter than Jerry. And he's been a huge assist to the judges in the United States District Court for many, many years. When I look back on the time when I was traveling to Europe and to South America, along with Department of Justice and Department of State lawyers to do anti-human trafficking programs, I would not have felt fit to attend those programs and make any contribution at all without the invaluable assistance of Jerry, who loaded me up with more research material than ought to be allowed. So congratulations to you both on your receipt of this award. It's most deserving.
As a judge in Columbia, Professor Nagle experienced firsthand what happens when the rule of law breaks down. I think she's used that knowledge and experience as motivation for fighting injustice wherever she sees it. Whether it's personal injustice that she sees others suffering or human trafficking on a grand scale, Luz has been at the forefront of fighting injustice and corruption.
Professor Nagle seems to have this inner strength that serves as her compass to help her do what's right. Although I was never her student in law school and I had very little interaction with her in law school, I realized very early on that this inner strength that she has, it didn't matter whether it was an issue that was controversial, whether it was political, she always strove to do the right thing. And it stuck with me. And as I got to know her later in life with respect to human trafficking and seeing all that she did to help survivors and victims, she taught me that with her inner strength, she was able to overcome so many barriers. It didn't matter what they were, she always found solutions. And when I think of Judge Salcines and all that he has done for our community and for those that would have been excluded from this community, it didn't matter to him. He found a way to break down those barriers, and I see Professor Nagle very much like that. The fact that Professor Nagle brought those to justice in Colombia that were in the Pablo Escobar days is just amazing to me. And she certainly serves as an inspiration. It's not that she's feisty or that she stands up to people. It's the fact that she tackles these big issues and it doesn't matter. She tries to do what's right. You're a gem in our community, and I'm just proud that people in this room get to see who you are, and I know that more people in the community and the Stetson community will come to know you even more than what they do now. Congratulations.
The Hispanic Bar Association has chosen wisely in honoring Professor Luz Nagle for the E.J. Salcines Spirit of Tampa Award. Luz, we're proud of you, and we're proud of the work that you do every day to demonstrate what a lawyer and a leader is in our Stetson community and the community as a whole. Thank you, Luz, and congratulations.